I don't want my mom in the delivery room. I, 29F, am giving birth to my second child this November. My mom and I always had a complex relationship. I went 10 years without speaking to her once, and for a while when we reconnected she stopped being just nasty with me. It was actually really nice and I never have felt that closeness since. When I was pregnant the first time I let my sister take over for a lot of reasons, primarily because I have always felt she is more dependable. She won't hold things over my head and she can take accountability when I express my feelings, even if they're not always in the best way because I'm not perfect. I do have chronic anger issues, chronic lack of communication which builds to those anger issues. So she was there when I gave birth the first time, which I know hurt my mom, but in some ways, I can be just as mean-spirited as she is. When I feel hurt, I want to hurt her too. So I leave her out, avoid her, which probably amps her behavior. I had to move back into my mother's last year. Ever since my family, my husband, toddler, and me moved in, it's been hell. For me anyways. Her jealousy is everywhere because God forbid I spend time with my dad. Her feelings are everywhere. I had to fight to get basic privacy because I don't want people just walking into my space in general. They elated how as roommates we always respect their space and they like that, but for me that's common sense and for them, it's just not. I'm very laid back in a lot of ways. Maybe it's the laziness they accuse me of. All my outfits have always been on a basic level of leggings, harem pants and shirts. I don't do much to my hair except maybe once every few months, I'll feel like straightening it. I just don't think about stuff like that. We don't have a ton of money, so for me food is a priority. Good food. My son wasn't raised to eat sugar and hates candy, juice, etc. Body wash and soap in general is a priority. Being nice, teaching him to manage his feelings, where I still lack in that area as an adult, is a priority. I can dress up and go all out, but honestly it's a lot of work and I just don't feel like it. My husband is very laid back too. Lol. I'll spend an hour making a healthy dinner, but I'll be in sweats with my hair in a bun and shower once the kiddo is asleep. Sue me. I let my son at home run around in a diaper because I don't think he needs to be dressed cute at home. As long as he's weather appropriate I don't really care that much. I let him play in the dirt and get messy. He's behind on speech and that's the biggest priority for me right now than him getting all dressed up. This summer has been heat wave central, so we aren't going out a ton except to the indoor pool or my dad's when we want to cool off and get some sunshine. I'm very pale and so is my son. Potato, people as I call us since our Celtic genes are evident. Lol. She likes kids to be clean constantly. She follows him around and picks up toys he's still playing with, wipes every little speck. She wants him all dressed even if we aren't going out. She was like that with us and I think even as a kid that was a big disconnect for us. We don't prioritize the same things. Which is fine. I'm more like my dad and if you don't bother me I'm not going to bother you. She nitpicks though and her husband helps. It's this constant run of criticism and how terrible I am and she's just perfect. It's always been this way and even when she lets her friends shit on my parenting on Facebook, I just hold it in and ignore it. Sometimes I laugh it off in front of her which again doesn't help but I know she won't take it seriously so why bother. I know soon we will be able to leave and then I can, grey rock, her. It's the only way to really handle her. She feels I stole her moment when I didn't let her in the delivery room the first time. Part of that was my fault because I never really made it clear that I didn't want her in there because I hate hearing about how she needed her mom to be there with her. Her and her mom were so close. She would never be as mean to her mom as I am to her. Now that I'm having baby number 2, she talks about it being her turn. The idea of me in a very vulnerable state around her gives me so much anxiety. Honestly, this whole pregnancy has been really hard on me and I feel so bad for my husband because I just come down the stairs, sobbing from another round of how much I suck. My sister is usually the one who speaks for me, but she got married to a military man and moved. My sister wants to know if she wants me to have her say something because I know she worries about me and my mental health when I'm here. Unfortunately they just started getting along again, and I don't want to take that from her because she is pregnant too. I haven't decided how I'm gonna go about this. I might just not tell her until the baby's here and lie. She came really fast and there was no time. But I'm not sure if doing that makes me a huge jerk, even though I know it does make me a coward. Would I be the asshole to keep her out of something she really does want to be a part of? I know she loves my son and I'm sure she'll love my daughter, but I can't be a punching bag joke when I'm already gonna be in so much pain and I'm an emotional frenzy. I'm afraid of the consequences since she does have a lot of financial power here because we are poor and I'm afraid of the long-term consequences it could have for our already pretty fractured relationship. I want to have a great relationship with my mom. I wish I felt the same way that she felt towards her mom, and she has no idea what that is like. Lucky her, but I do. I also know realistically it's not fair for me to ask her to change or self-reflect. She just isn't capable, or maybe I'm the problem because I'm not capable of being honest. I'm really torn up here.